everybody. Hey, beautiful people. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I am your host, Keisha ShonGee Johnson. Thank you and welcome to Wine La Vie with Keisha. Tonight, baby, we got a show for you tonight. I hope you're ready. I hope you had a good day. I hope you've had an absolutely phenomenal day where no stress, too blessed to be stressed. Don't let nothing bother you. What you didn't fix it on the next day or the next day. Listen, prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. Make yourself a priority, okay? So with you doing that, I hope that you are so ready to come on in, baby. We go wind down. Honey, we gonna have a good time. It's grown and sexy, baby. Listen, tonight feature, honey. Listen, I got a whole thing for y'all tonight. I hope y'all so ready. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, listen, but tonight, honey, the feature wine tonight is Suave, California. Bang, baby. It's gonna be a bang night tonight. Okay. I am a senior wine consultant for Wine Shop at Home, coming all the way from Napa Valley Vineyards. When I say I love their wine, it's so superb, okay, to your palate, right? So I always prepare some things for you. So let me tell you about the feature for tonight, okay? This particular wine right here is served cold. So as you see through our podcast and our episodes, right? I've been teaching you how to properly drink wine. When it's served cold, right? You never grip it by the base. You always grip it by the stem, okay? That's to keep it chill because your hand actually is room temperature and it warms the wine up. Okay, so this particular wine right here is 12.5. It has like a bubbly, it's bubbly, it's central, right? So this one right here, aging grapes, is 2 years, and also it was released in September of 2024. When I tell you this wine is definitely quenching to your palate. The aromas that I smell, I smell strawberries. I smell some cherry, apples. Okay, let me taste that out for you a little bit, just to get a little swig. Okay. Y'all, that's absolutely marvelous to my palate. Okay. So right here, this particular wine right here, is paired with pasta, seafood, right? Light desserts, okay? Mozzarella, okay? This particular wine right here, I always put something together for y'all, right? Because we watching our body yaddies. Let's keep it all the way together. Okay, let's keep it real, right? We watching our bodies, watching our figures, staying fine in this fabulous club of, we're not gonna tell our age, okay? But tonight, listen what I done got prepared for y'all. So since this particular wine is paired with pasta, right? Let me shift this around a little bit for y'all. Okay. So tonight, I prepared one of my famous kale salad, pasta kale salad. Let me tell you what all is in here. It's some fresh kale, okay? I put some pasta shells in this. I have red onions, fresh red onions, fresh mushrooms. I have some red bell pepper, okay? And I tossed all of that in some basil, extra virgin olive oil with some seasoning, some garlic powder, season it however you would like, okay? And then I actually, because I'm on this whole vegetarian vegan tip, with a lot of my meals and everything like that, watching my figure, watching my health and being mindful, right? I added a little bit of veganese. If you haven't heard about that veganese, baby, it's good, baby. It's better than Miracle Whip. It's better than mayonnaise and any other nays that you want to go with, right? So veganese, right? So you can find this in your vegetarian, vegan products in your grocery store, your local grocery stores, right? But I want y'all to see this salad, right? And when I tell you this salad right here, look at that. Marvelous. Oh, and I also put some cherry tomatoes, some fresh cherry tomatoes. When I tell you, you eat this cold, chilled. I like to before I eat it, I like to take it out and just kind of let it sit a little bit so it's not too, too chill, right? And then also too, I paired this with pineapple, fresh pineapple and fresh red grapes, right? So that's my dessert, right? And because this is a pasta, I got some raw cashews. So what I like to do, I like to chop these cashews up and then sprinkle them over my pasta kale salad. Delicious. Listen, also too, with this particular wine right here, listen, if you didn't know Wine Shop at Home, you see these, right? It give you food pairings, recipes, and all of that. This right here was paired with desserts, right? Little miniature teacup desserts, right? To go along with this particular wine, right? When I tell you, it is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, listen, if you are wanting to take your events, your shebangs, your occasions to the next level, reach out to me. I am Keisha ShonGee Johnson. I am the founder and the CEO of ShonGee Enterprises. I would love to take your events and occasions to the next level. Elegance at its best. Okay. So y'all know I am a healthcare professional, right? So I always bring some type of healthy regimen to you. And so we can always be aware, we can always be preventable for all of these deadly diseases and sicknesses and illnesses that's going on out here. Listen, you got to be accountable for your own health. Okay. You got to take responsibility. You get one life. That's it. Once your life is over, listen, we will see you in the afterlife, right? So, because this is the month of November, it's National Diabetes Month, okay? And so I had to take accountability for my health. I had to be responsible coming from a family that has cancer and diabetes, right? You're talking about my maternal grandmother, diabetic, my cousin, diabetic. I'm pre-diabetic, and it just goes on. My father is diabetic. So I really have to be careful because diabetes, it runs on both sides of my family, on my mother and my father. So it is National Diabetes Month. It is an annual observation dedicated to raising awareness to diabetes, okay? A chronic health condition that affects millions of people worldwide, all right? This month-long campaign aims to educate the public about different types of diabetes, risk factors, prevention strategies, and the importance of early detection and management. When you know early, you can do something early. If you see the signs and you wonder and you just don't know, listen, be preventable, okay? National Diabetes Month is also to serve as a platform to support individuals living with diabetes, families, healthcare providers in their efforts to control diabetes and improve overall health, right? Some common symptoms of diabetes, or if you're feeling like something is not right with my body, I'm feeling some kind of way, I'm not sure what's really going on. So here's some common symptoms for you to be aware, and also so you can take action, okay? Urinating often, okay? Feeling very, very thirsty. Most diabetic patients, they are very, very, very thirsty. It's like you can't quench your thirst. It's like no matter if you drink pop or if you drink water, it's like you constantly thirsty. Also the urinating often, it's like you just have the urgency to just keep going back, right? These two right here, very, very important. If you notice any of these signs that I'm mentioning to you right now, please take action and do something, okay? Feeling very hungry even though you just ate. So that goes along with the thirstiness, right? When you just can't get enough food, you just extra hungry, extra hungry, feeling like your belly is not full, right? Also, extreme fatigue, right? If you feeling comatose, if you feeling lethargic, if you feeling like I'm just so extremely tired, and you may have gotten 8 hours of sleep, right? But you're still feeling so fatigued. Pay attention to those signs as well. Blurry vision, right? A lot of diabetic patients, it affects their eyes, okay? Where diabetes, that onset, it affects them where they have glaucoma, cataracts. So pay attention to that as well, right? Cuts and bruises that just won't heal. And normally, diabetics, they suffer with their feet. Okay. So if you know that you got a lesion or a sore or a pressure sore or some type of sore that just won't heal, pay attention to those signs. Go see a podiatrist immediately. Okay. Also, too, weight loss, even though you're not eating, you're eating properly, but you're still having some type of weight loss. Those signs and symptoms are known for type 1 diabetes. Okay. When you have the tingling, the pain, the numbness in your hands and in your feet, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen, those are signs often for type 2 diabetes, right? So please be mindful. Please take care of yourselves. Help someone to take care of themselves as well. Be also vigilant to know the signs and pay attention to everything that you need to take care of you. Like I said, we are putting you priority. It's time for you as a priority. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you, listen, I hope y'all are excited because I'm so excited. When I tell you, you know, Wine La Vie, we always feature a featured wine for the episode, and also we feature a business entrepreneur, business owner. When I tell you, this bad sister, baby, she did to my heart. You understand what I'm saying? When I tell you, this sister right here, let me just break it down before I introduce. Let me give you a little bit of something about her. Okay, this queen right here, Kimberly Thomas Massey, has over 30 years of experience as an insurance claims professional with a comprehensive background in project management, communication, and customer service related to personal and commercial insurance claims. Although her corporate career provides service to the customers, underwriters, and brokers, her God-given, when I say her God-given gifts are to inspire, empower, and guide individuals toward living their best purpose-filled life. As a founder and a bad CEO of Claim Life, Kimberly has established a movement that ignites personal professional development to individuals through coaching, empowerment, speaking. She massively listens, guides, self-exploration, and sparks action that results in individuals evolving into the most satisfied, productive version of themselves. In addition, when I tell you, I told you she was bad, baby. In addition to her professional and passion pursuit, Kimberly serves her community as a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, as she is a charter member and chaplain for the West Georgia chapter of the Links Incorporated Future. She graciously holds active leadership roles in her church and is a member of the executive board of directors. But above all, okay, Kimberly love for God allows her to seize opportunities to shine for him daily. When I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you put your hands together for this bad queen, my sister, my God sister, Kimberly Massey. Welcome. So much for joining Wine La Vie with your host, Keisha, your God sister. How you doing, Queen?
I'm hyped. I was like, who's she talking about? Oh, that's me.
Yes, Queen, that is you, Queen. When I tell you, it's a pleasure to have you on. You are looking absolutely beautiful tonight.
Look, I try to clean up every now and again. And knowing that I was going to be in your space for this time excites and ignites me. So thank you for your energy. Thank you for the beautiful intro that was just top tier. And I wrote down some notes for my health. I was over here like, I'm on everything. I feel super engaged and grateful to be in the space with you, Keisha.
Yes, and I am too grateful to be in your space. We always have a good time. And when I tell you, I was like, you know what? I am so honored to just be surrounded by so many loving and bad sisters, bad to the bone, doing this thing called life and doing it with me. Okay.
Yes, we are in the same space
Yes.
of uplift and of energy. And if we all remain responsible for our little corners of the map, think about how we meet in the middle, how powerful that will be, not for ourselves only, but for those attached and assigned to us in this season.
Yes, absolutely. When I tell you the season is now, like the time is now. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you this sister right here, I just joined on hip to hip with her. And we come from a program, Woman University. Shout out to our dean, Kathy Hood, baby, for just pouring her life into us to make us what we are and guide us. And just how you feel about that? It was so good to see you. Oh my God.
Yes, we just reconnected again last week, maybe or so.
Right.
But our unifying thread is that I believe you journeyed through Woman University the season before me in 2017, and then I in 18. And it is a becoming journey. That's the only way I can do. You know, you can call it a coaching program. We were already headed that way, but we got the wings to fly. Right? We were kind of on the ground, but we started flying when we started putting intentional actions behind our dreams and thoughts. And so when you get into a space with like-minded individuals, it just ignites more from you and it connects you more to people who are very in sync with you in that season. And so when you and I connected, when I tell you we may be birthing or flying in different, I don't know when they say they're different, maybe just showing up differently for our particular ministry. But when I tell you it is energizing, it is purposeful, and it is necessary. And like you said, it is now. Like no one can show up and do Keisha the way Keisha does Keisha. So the beauty of what we do and how we show up is that we're not in competition. We are in, we complement each other. And if people would get more in that vein, we would be able to impact this world even greater. And we wouldn't just get caught up in the small stuff.
When I tell you, and that's the thing, that's, you know, I oftentimes speak about is people out here that's just for themselves and they're just selfish and they have that selfish spirit and energy about them. And you know what? God did not put us here to be just alone, right? No, he didn't put us here to just, okay, it's just about Keisha and that's it. It's just about me. You know, when I tell you, I pay homage. I pay homage to all of those that had faith in me, who believed in me, who gave me an opportunity. A-Love, shout out to you, Queen. When I tell you, you know, when I tell you she's been a bad mentor to me. And I've had some really, really good, strong mentors backing me on my side, carrying me arm in arm, right?
Yes.
Pushing me in the back, right? And when I tell you, like, I pay homage. She shared her platform with me. I'm sharing my platform with all of you. You understand what I'm saying? It's because we have to link on. We got to link on to each other and bring each other along.
Yes.
Right? Helping each other. That's what it's about.
Yes. Some people never get that. And I pray that they do at some point, because if you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice. I sometimes think back to that little girl of me, who was a little quiet,
right?
Who didn't talk a whole lot. And people don't believe that now because I engaged, but I journeyed. There was not this, and maybe some people just grow up very, boisterous, and I didn't. I was quiet, and I looked and listened, but I was retaining a lot of information. And people used to say, oh, Kim's quiet. Oh, Kim's shy. No, Kim wasn't. I thought I was too. I did. Because I didn't fully understand me. But what I realized is that there's a season for everything. And so when I was younger and I didn't think my voice mattered as much, when I was younger and I just thought, well, I'm just looking and listening, and my family was so extra, right? My mother, my sister, they were creatives and they talked. And I do it differently. Even to this day, I show up different. And each of us has a ministry. So I think there was a season for me to be the quiet, absorbing, watching, whatever. But then when God said, push, there you go. You've absorbed enough. You watched enough. You have something to add to this conversation. And who is for. So I don't force Kim on anybody. If I'm for you, and if it's your claim life season, then let's go. Let's do this. And if it's not, I'm praying for you and I wish you well. I won't get in your way. I won't bother you, but I'm here if something I have can help you be the better version of you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You said, listen, absolutely superb. And that's absolutely, everyone is not for everyone, but when you find that person in that gem, that diamond in the rough, that you like, wait a minute, something is different about her. Yeah. Something is special about her. And that's how I felt about you. I was like, there's something different about Kim.
Yep. It was easy for both of us.
Right. And the connection was so crazy, So when I tell you, so how are you feeling like we done just, listen, woman, you done did for what? God, goodness gracious, 12 years.
Yes, 12 years. And we've been along a good leg of that journey. It was 2012 to present, right? And so we had our meetup annual brunch together where we shared what we had going on. We reintroduced ourselves to each other, and some of us introduced ourselves to new ones who have come along. And so while we still journey some down the Woman University path, we journey in our own ways, right? You have this beautiful creation. I am still birthing and operating in Claim Life. And it is really nice to look back and go, wow. When we put some intention behind what we desire, when you start putting pen to paper and writing and getting things out of your head and out of your heart and onto paper, it's amazing how it takes flight. And so that's what I like to continue to put before people. If there's something you desire, if there's something you want to be, if there's something you want to shake off, if there's something you want to do, it's already inside you. You just have to be intentional about birthing that thing. And so I'm so grateful that Woman University was a huge catalyst and push forward for me to become more of that. But it's funny, I think I said this even at our annual meetup, is that I thought I had arrived at a space like, wow, birth Claim Life and everything's going to be gravy, right? And it wasn't horrible. It was amazing. But God was like, he laughed at me like, there's more. You shook off some stuff, you gained some things, but baby, there's so much more. So when I tell you, God has he has such a sense of humor. And he will show you what you are and what you have. He'll also show you still got to keep pushing, little girl. And so I'm still journeying, and I'm placed in new atmospheres now that I would not have put Kim in, but I said yes to him. So part of becoming through the program is that we learn to lean into new experiences and to meet different people. Some we're supposed to get something from, some we're supposed to give something to. But it's such a beautiful journey that I encourage anybody who is desiring a thing or who is tired of a thing, try something new. Just, it's okay to become a different version of you, because if you don't change or evolve, nothing will ever change or evolve. It's just like, I don't want to be the same old version. Well, that's just me. That's just who I am. But is that the best version of who you are? Really? Yeah, that part.
When I tell you that part, when I say, like, I am still in this whole creative mode for Keisha,
Yes.
and saying like, hey, how can I do, ShonGee Enterprise, rebirthing, relaunching, how can I still continue to keep it exciting, keep it creative, keep it going, keep it moving, keep it fascinating, and I love my professional career. I really, really do. I've been doing this thing, Kim, for 30 years, just like yourself, right?
Okay.
And it's like, hey, okay, I love what I do professionally, right? So let me intertwine wine,
Another passion of yours.
health professional, health regimens, I lost like 35 pounds. So
yes, your body said yes.
Yes, right.
Keisha. But I love how, if you don't mind me jumping in, you just excited me when you said rebirth and fast. How can you make it fascinating? Like, those words alone are energy. And rebirth, I think you said another re-word. I did a whole little series one time on the word re. The prefix re in front of anything means to do it again. And so that doesn't mean to do it the same way. Rebirth, to be born again, to reset is to set yourself up again. Like, we gonna fall. We gonna bust our lip and our chin sometimes by what we say, by what we do, by what we don't do. Because sometimes we're supposed to do a thing and we get scared or we get stuck. But when you redo it, when you rebirth it, when you are reassigned, that means just do it again. Get up. You're not finished. Your assignment is not complete. That is a power move. And so for you to say the word rebirth and then talk about fascinating, like, just some people are going to just stand there in awe and watch you do all these creative things. But wouldn't it be so much more fun to do your creative thing on your own? And I know, and I'm just going with the energy of it all.
Come on.
I used to think that I was not a creative. I thought I was more literal. Like, I was more like my dad, and we wrote things out and we planned them out. But my mother's an art teacher, so she was all things creative. My sister sang, and she wrote, and she did hair and nails. Like, they were outward creative. I was a thought creative, and I didn't even know it. And so what I realized, when I would come up with creative concepts, when I would come up with a message that I thought was going to be inspiring, it yielded more creativity. Like, the more creative I became, the more creativity was surrounding me. So I just want to encourage somebody, if there's something creative you do, and we all do, we all do different things. It makes you more like the creator, and more is going to come. More will come, but you got to lean into it and you have to do something with it. You can't just sit on it and expect it to grow. It's like putting a flower pot, putting a seed in a pot and putting it in the corner, not giving it water, not giving it light, not talking to it, whatever it is. We got to nurture that thing. We're responsible for being creative in our own lane. So when you say rebirth and fascinating, I just got energy from those words. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, absolutely. When I tell you, listen, it is like, Kim, I'm just really just doing life. I'm doing this whole new phase of life.
Yes, ma'am.
And I am literally, sometimes it gets scary because I'm like, wait a minute, God, you wanted me to go in that direction? Wait a minute, God, are you, and I don't want to question him. I don't want to doubt him. But it's like he's taking me in these new avenues, in these new directions. And I must say, it feels good.
Yes.
It feels so good. And I was like, how you ever heard of the phrase, do it scared? If you go do it scared. And honey, I've been doing it scared. I've been doing it like, okay, God, it's me and you. However you want me to go,
Bro,
let's go.
let's
Let's go.
roll.
This what you got for me? Let's go. I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm
Yep.
ready.
You just take a deep breath and be like, okay, here we
Right,
go.
right. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
even when
so
you're not ready, I love
you're
that.
not
Doing it
that
afraid.
part.
It's
That
empowering. It is. Because then you realize, okay, I didn't die. Like it didn't kill me. I'm still here. So do it afraid. I love that.
right.
Yeah.
Right. When I tell you like, and I had to think back, and you know how when you said you writing things down, and I'm very, very big about writing a vision and making it plain, right? And so I do a lot of journaling. I do a lot of journaling, right?
Mhm.
And when I say, I was like, you know what? This new phase, I'm in work, new phase in life,
Yeah.
personal, dealing with your family, friends, loved ones, organizations. I'm in a new phase, meeting new people,
Yeah.
and the work-life balance. How do you handle work-life balance in this phase of your life?
Yes, ma'am. Very necessary thing to evaluate and to keep in front of you because
Right,
oftentimes it's easy to lean more toward the thing that is probably either more organic, meaning that's just more authentic for you to do, or the thing
right,
that you do well. And you already said it, it's doing it afraid sometimes, and you realize, oh, I could do that. And I could do it great. Or I'm not so great, but I have such an interest in it. I want to keep doing it. The work life balance piece is a piece you have to be intentional about because I am guilty too of finding myself, especially with work, because it's easy to get up with my routine. Okay, I'm up at 6, I'm out at 7, I'm work at 8. Like I can almost do it blindfold. And I'm not
right,
saying that I'm just excellent in all my ways at it, but because it has such a rich regimen, I can stay with it. But then I have to realize I have to balance some life in there, some things that I have joy with, some things that give me life or that I'm able to extend a piece of me to someone else that gives them life. And in turn, it still is like this reciprocating, beautiful dance. So just to give you a little bit of my recent change, because I see you going through some as well, is that what's not in my bio is that the last over a year, coming up on 2, I have been managing a dental office. Um, and the opportunity came really sideways, like I had not planned. I was in
Mhm.
between one of my self-contracting insurance positions, and I had time. Like I was like, okay, and I was given an offer to come in and help service some patients on the customer service piece, which I love. And there are veterans, and Veterans Day is Monday. Look at that.
Right.
So I was brought in to help service these veterans and make sure they got the care that they needed because no one was really giving it the attention that it needed. And so in that process of getting there and starting to gather them and call them and get them back on their regimen, the office manager was in place, left. And so I kind of slid into space. Now, that's not my background,
Look
but
at God.
because what? But because my cousin, who is the operations manager, trusts me, he's like, Kim, you can do this. That I'm gonna, help you get acclimated. And when I tell you, it has been a beautiful dance. It has had tough days. It has had wonderful days. It has shown me where I'm strong. It has shown me where I need to up level myself. It is amazing how when you just say, okay, wait a minute. I now have to get up because I used to work right here where you can't see my full background. My office at home was where I did my insurance thing. But God has
Right.
a way of saying, okay, that was comfortable. And you can still do that. And I do. But there's more to you. So I'm growing a new strength. But because I do still have that work-life balance, I don't have little ones at home anymore. My 2 are, one graduated college last year, the other one is midway in her second year,
Yes.
that I don't
Get
have,
on,
right.
mama.
Yes, I don't have to give those, after school
Right.
attentions and things, but I
Right.
do still have a husband. I have a mother who's 81 who lives with me. And so I'm still her daughter, his wife, and I still work and I still have my interest groups that I'm a part of. It's about being intentional about giving them, I wouldn't even say equal because it's never going to be equal, but giving them intentional time from me. It keeps me joyful when I know that I'm doing something that's just for Kim. It's gives me joy when I know that I'm extending a piece of Kim that benefits someone else and I don't get necessarily paid for it or get acknowledged for it. I don't need that. But if I know I'm doing or serving up a gift that comes through me and belongs to someone else, joy. So it's really about being intentional, about looking at what's all on my plate. What do I want to do? What don't I want to do? Can I take that off? Yeah, maybe I should. Can
Remove
I,
it.
what? Yes, removing it. And there's so much power in no. And no doesn't have to be rude or cocky. Like no could be no, thank you. I don't need to do that right now. Or I'm not available for that right now. It's empowering. Your no, and I'm going to add this in, no one ever questions your yes. So if someone said, hey, Kim, can you do so and so? I say yes. They don't say, well, why are you going to do it? What you got the answer you wanted when I said yes. But if you were to say no, they go, well, why? My no is just as valuable as my yes, especially if I'm not rude, I'm not disrespectful. I said, no, I can't fit that into my schedule right now. What more of an excuse or explanation do I need? You just have to and have people, sis, and have people respect your boundaries.
Right. Boundaries is everything. Like you have to have those boundaries. Yeah. You have to have those boundaries in your professional career, business, entrepreneurship, friends, because friends,
family,
even your children, they'll put
them too.
Let's not talk about spouses. They'll push you too, right? So you got to have boundaries all around, because you know what, Kim? I have poured so much of myself. I've poured so much in other people's business, other people's lives, careers, talents, gifts. And then here it is. My love tank is absolutely depleted.
At bottom.
It's gone. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, Lord, what happened? What about me? I'm important too. And so I was like, you know what? For those that poured into me, I'm pouring back into them. Those who love me, I love you back. You understand? And those that are against me, listen, all I do is pray for you and I set you free.
There is joy in that thing. Look, you don't have to be malicious. I release you. Or like I used to say, Keisha, for some of those who were like energy vampires, like they always left me full and I was left empty or very low. I had learned to fade to black. I would fade. You remember when TV went off at a certain time?
Yes.
You wake up and that thing was going boo.
Boo.
I've learned to be like that TV screen back in the 80s or late 70s.
I love it.
I learned to fade to black. And people would turn around or look or say something to someone else. I haven't seen Kim in a while. You haven't. I don't have to be rude. I don't have to curse you out, because that's an energy drain too. I don't have to give you lots of thought and care. And it's not that I'm being rude. I just realized I am not best served here, and nor am I of best service here. So guess what? I leave you to you and I fade.
And, let's do that together. We go fade.
Fade.
Listen, ladies, you better get that fade to black, baby. Listen, Kim, I'm using that, baby.
It's yours.
All up on social media. Fade to black, baby.
Fade to black. Fade to black. You know who you need to put in that category, and it's okay. They're wonderful in other ways, but they just might not be for you or I in this season. Right. I don't need any energy drains. I want to keep my energy lifted. Like, I want to stay high. I know I'm going to have low days, but I don't want to invite them in. Right? Yes. I want to try to stay on a higher plane, because more energy that you put out in a positive way, it brings you better energy. And that's what I want more of. Right. More great energy.
Protecting your space.
Yes.
Protecting your peace. Peace of mind is everything. Okay.
It's better than money.
Better than money. It's priceless. Okay. I'll go to the moon. If it means my piece is up there, I'll go there.
Let me go get it. I love it.
Listen, let's talk about Claim Life.
Okay.
What inspired you?
You know what's funny? Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no. What inspired you for Claim Life? What inspired you where you seen that this was necessary and this was your God-given talent
Yeah.
To pursue.
It mirrors yours a little bit. When you said you put the 30 years experience in healthcare with the pairing with wine and I'm sure other things.
Right.
I actually was 30 years for me this year, back in June, when I started in claims and insurance, right? 94.
Yes.
And I had just come out of college, blah, blah, blah. And I really didn't think I was going to stay in insurance that long because, my
Right.
sister was like, insurance is boring. What are you doing? Look, insurance was not, of course, my major or anything like that. When when the company came to my school and they were interviewing, a lot of the characteristics of a claims adjuster, I was like, oh, I could do that. Self-starters, independent worker, go out and meet people and communicate. I love, talking with people. And I always used to say, I love helping people, right? And in claims, you do that. You help them understand their policy. You help resolve their claims, blah, 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 blah. So here I am working this career. It has been beautiful for me. It took me from school, I went to school in Alabama, and then I did 6 weeks training with this company in Rhode Island. And then I was placed in Baltimore. So I lived in Baltimore for 12 years and worked for this company, right? And it was wonderful. And it did what it was supposed to do. But when it came time, I had my 2 small children and my husband in early 2000s. I was like, you know what? We'd love to raise our family near family. And so my husband is from Georgia, and we decided that's where we wanted to be. I'm from Michigan, originally from Detroit, but we weren't going to move back there or move up there. So
what up, though?
Brought me here. But I realized that at a point where I was starting to complain, Keisha, I was starting to go, they want us to do this and that. I'm talking about the different company I was working for when I moved to Georgia. And I was like, if I had my own business, I wouldn't do it like that. And if I had, and I heard me talking one day, and I'm like, I'm doing a lot of complaining. And I said, these claims and they want I was just really burned out. And so I was helping people through claims, but then I had this interest in life coaching. I was just like, oh, so I married claims and life coaching. So that's how Claim Life came to be, right? And I don't know, I think the thought came to me before even getting with Woman U. I woke up and I had this I wrote it down, that's how I get thoughts out of your head. And I didn't know how it would all come together. But the claims part, helping people claim or recover their life. Sometimes, like I said, I was a quiet girl who didn't say a lot. I had to claim me. I had to claim what I wanted. I had to figure out me. And I still am on that journey. I've gotten more pieces to my puzzle, but I'm still adding to her. She's not done. And so Claim Life came, and I took a life coaching course because the very job I was complaining about, I got a layoff notice. And actually, it was beautiful. At the time, I was actually off that day. And then my supervisor called me like, hey, can you come in? We've got a meeting. I'm like, come in. Now, I was home, and come in meant come to my office because I work remotely. And they let us know that they were doing a layoff, but I was going to be working for another 8 months. So it was a slow layoff. We're getting rid of a book of business, and we don't need this department. So I was shocked at first, and then I got excited. Like, what am I going to do next? Like, I got a severance, I know. And then after 8 months, then they asked me to stay for a few more months. So I ended up working a full year before I got laid off. Look, God was so kind. He didn't just give me a pink slip and was like, you're out of here. He was like, you got preparation time. So what you going to do? And that's that. I finished up in August, and I had the very day was my last day of working with claims. I shifted right over to life. One of my girlfriends asked me to speak for her friend's birthday. And I went and did a live whole empowerment session. I mean, they're my family now, right? So I claimed life by just marrying 2 things that I felt very passionate about, and then made it what I wanted it to be. And then I met, that was in the end of 2017, and moved into 18 and met Kathy and did the whole, God is so amazing. He orchestrates it better than we could have ever planned it. So I was able to give wings to Claim Life off the tail of a layoff. It's all in how you view it. Okay, was that the worst thing that could have happened? No. And what was it one of the best things that I needed during that time? It was like, okay, Kim, shut your mouth. You're complaining too much. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And it started to come together. It was exciting, and it still is exciting.
That when I tell you
journey.
You done left me speechless because I was like, Oh, the journey,
The
the
journey.
testimony.
That,
And it's crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy how something that's unfortunate can turn into a whole
fortunate.
masterpiece. To
It
fortune.
is. It is.
Possibilities. Realities are now possibilities,
Yes.
And that was the same thing with me. Same.
Really.
We have a same story where working in management, manager, third in charge, over facility.
Mhm.
Yes, honey. Yes, right. And caught COVID. Lord,
Mm.
my Jesus.
Mhm.
Caught COVID for months. Okay.
Ooh.
Then following COVID, had to have throat surgery, right? So here it is. You talking about trying to learn how to process meat, swallow, all of that. I lost probably about 45 pounds because I
Mm-mm.
could not
Mm-mm.
swallow meat,
Mm-mm.
right? But during that time of me having COVID and throat surgery and all of that, right? And I'm at home and I'm on FMLA and I was like, God, okay. When I realized, wait a minute, my job is not even allowing me to heal. They're calling and texting me every day that I'm on FMLA. Once I finally got out of hospital and throat surgery, you're calling me every day to do my job. And when I realized the malicious attack while
Come on.
I'm on my lowest, I
Yeah,
can't
you're
talk, I
recovering.
can't swallow, I'm recovering, I'm trying to heal. The malicious attack of the enemy was, we're calling to get this and to get that, but that was only to take your job away from you
Ooh.
while you were on FMLA. Okay. So with that being said, I said from that point, no one, and I mean no one, is going to be the captain or the determining factor for my livelihood other than the man above.
That's it.
Okay. He's the captain. I'm the co-captain, right? No
That's it.
job, no family, no friends, no spouse, no nothing,
Nothing.
right? I can't put them before me, right? And I said, that's how ShonGee Enterprise birthed.
Thank you.
You see that?
I've sis, you giving me life again. You making me remember. I said that. I said the very same thing.
Right,
It's no one will make that decision for me,
right,
right? No one is
right,
going to have that much power.
right,
And again, I know we all subject to the creator.
right,
And honestly, sometimes we
right.
out of order. Sometimes I'm disobedient.
Yeah.
Sometimes, oh God, I don't want to do that. Like it's almost like a kid. Oh, I'm scared. Or
Don't
I
make
don't
me.
know. Right. But when you just allow some things, because sometimes we have to take our, you have to release some things so you don't hurt yourself
Mhm.
because you realize I'm used to doing this. This is how I've been doing this for 20 some years, or this is how, and you realize it works for that season. That season's up. You have to
Mhm.
release it. It's like you can hold on to something so long that you are
Mhm.
hurting yourself. You tearing your hand up, you open it up and your skin is burned and you're bleeding. Just let it go.
Let
Let
it
it
go.
go. Because
Let it
when
go.
you do, you release it to where it's supposed to be in this season, and then you can start flying in the direction you're trying to go in, right?
Right.
But you said that thing. It's just like I yield. Look, you all are sucking all of this energy from me while I recover, only to take it from me because when I come back, you're gonna do a sweet release. Okay, I release you. I release you.
Bye bye. Okay.
I fire
Bye
you.
bye. You have been terminated. I'm releasing
Yes.
you. Here is your
I'm
pink
giving
slip.
you
Okay.
took the words
Get
out my mouth.
out
I
of
love you.
my life. Bye bye. Okay.
Yes. And then you're left with this, even though you
Right.
don't know all the particulars of how it's going to work out, there
Right.
is this lightness, this you never know truly the full pressure of something until it's is off
Mhm.
of you. And you realize I can breathe. Like
Thank you.
I
Lord. I took
don't know
this
what the
clear.
future holds, but I know who holds it. So I'm
Yes.
just gonna show up. I'm just going to get up. I'm just going to write a thing down. I'm just going to put a thing online. I'm just going to do and show up and watch what happens.
And
Yeah.
watch what happened, and watch God.
And be faithful. Yeah.
Turn that thing all the way around, put you on a whole nother course, a whole nother path, and say, you know what? I really didn't like you on that course anyway. I like you better on this course. How about that? And all the doors and the windows and everything, all that stuff just starts opening up for you. And then when people start seeing you, like, wait a minute, I thought you was going to be sad. I thought you was going to be miserable. I thought you was going to be crying and woe is me. No. There is a thing of strength. Okay. Find it, get it. How Ty Trippy say, only one night though. You
only
cry.
One night though.
You hurt. Only one night though. Okay. And honey, you check yourself. You put your earrings on, put your makeup on, put your hair, put your shoulders back, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Put your purse on your arm, hold your head up, and you keep on going.
That's it. Because my thing is this: you can have your time of weeping and mourning, and that you're tired. But once you cry those tears, once you wail, because that's different than crying. Sometimes you need to just give it up and wail, but do it with purpose. Do not get up and collect those tears and put them back in. You wail with a purpose, honey. You mourn with a purpose. Now, shake that off. I'm not saying it's over. You're going to maybe have another weighty day, but what are you going in this moment? Get up from this space, knowing that you mourned with a purpose. Grieve it if you must. You can grieve something that's not really dead. You know, someone passes. I lost my father almost 20 years ago. Grieved heavy. I had the loss of a child through miscarriage. Grieved heavy. That was the worst thing for that season, but it was preparation for the loss of my father, someone I had known for 33 years, right? When I tell you, you grieve for a purpose and for a reason. And when it's going on, you don't know it this well and clear. But what they say, hindsight is 20/20. You can look back and see clearer. Oh, I had to go through that. I thought that I was going to continue to just go upward in everything. It's when you really know what you're made of, Keisha, and I know you know this, is when you hit the rough spots. When somebody literally pulls the rug from underneath you and you go, oh, I wasn't expecting that one. How do you recover? Do you lose everything? Do you snatch out your hair? Do you worry yourself so much that you lose hair, that you lose sleep? You might for a minute, but don't get stuck. Because guess what? From those rough, low, dark, dry, dreary places, shows you what you're made of. It shows you how resilient you are or not, how resilient you got to become. Because the tough stuff is really what makes us. When everything is gravy, you don't even put as much grit into it as when I got to do this thing. This for me. They said I couldn't. Oh, you said I can't. Oh, watch me. Because that's sometimes just the challenge we need. Oh, you don't believe I can do it. Oh, you thought I needed you?
Watch me.
Oh, okay. Watch. Oh, look,
watch my smoke. Watch my smoke.
Watch my smoke.
And
watch then say right. And then we're responsible to say less. Say less. Let my actions show you better than my words. And you know us, Keisha, we as women, and most women, not all, we are not many people can touch us with our words, because we can be quick with it. And I don't mean smart mouth. Sometimes we can put a thing in place, but sometimes we could just have this mouth and it means what it says. But sometimes we have to just hush it and then show. I'm a shower. I'm gonna show you. And not so much the person. Sometimes I just gotta show me. I got to remind me what I'm made of. I got to remind me that I am made I'm in his image. I can do this.
That's right.
Or I'm going to look at this situation and say, you know what? I don't need to do this. This is not worth my energy. I'm not required in this space anymore. And as tough as it is, because I gave myself in this space for X amount of years, months, weeks, whatever, it's tough, but I got to release that thing because it's doing me no good. It's wasting my time. It's wasting my energy. Girl, don't get me. I'm be showing up on Wine La Vie every week. They're gonna be like, is she come back again?
Yes, come on. Queen, baby, you welcome. You welcome. Okay.
Because my energy meter is up here because like-minded spirits just connect. And I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so proud of you in this beautiful space of empowerment that you hold, that you've invited me to, that I belong in. And I feel kindred spirit here. So thank you, sis. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anytime. With that being said, listen, for those people that are looking to start a business, scared, maybe their faith might not be as strong as you and I.
Yeah.
What would you say to those people that's looking to start a business and looking to be in entrepreneurship?
Yeah. When you said that, it made me think of what I received and some of what I had and some of what I didn't have. Is to make sure you have what I almost just said, kindred spirits around you.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself a good coach.
Right.
And you may not even know what that means. Like, part of what Claim Life is speaking and coaching. And I believe I grew up as a coach's kid, like, and an athlete, is that a coach doesn't have all the answers for you. A coach simply helps you perform better. In a
Yes.
nutshell, that's it. They
Yes.
don't have all the answers, but sometimes a coach will ask you the right questions. What is it that you desire to do? Do you have a plan for that? Like, they're just going to inquire of you. So you pull the stuff out of you. Get yourself a good coach. Find yourself a good accountability partner, someone who's going to hold you to task for what you said you wanted to do. They, again, may not have all the answers. Find yourself a good mentor. A mentor might have the answers because they may be in the same lane as you or a similar lane, or have done something that required the steps to move forward career-wise. And then beautifully find yourself a cheerleader. I have quite a few of those in my life. They don't necessarily get what I do. We share great energy, but they say, you can do it. Yeah, I mean, they just really out there with pom-poms, just cheering. And I get energized from that. I'm like, well, they believe in me and they love me and they know I'm a little crazy and they know I'm like a real, like, still a little hesitant, but they cheer me on. So a mentor, a coach, a cheerleader, and I forget what I said, what the other one was, but nonetheless, those together can help you. And then you just have to be intentional about jotting things down about what you desire and then putting them into priority. Like, what's most important? You know, how do I want to show up? Who do I want to serve? And I'm big about this. Don't make it just about money. When you serve up your gift and your talent and things that you're excellent at, the money will seek you out. Have a plan. Who am I serving? Am I doing this for them? Or am I doing this for me? You're going to get some joy out of it, but the money will come. It will find you. Do have a business plan, but don't make it, I'm doing this to make money. I have a love for this. There is an audience that needs what I have. And then when you set that before you, the right people going to come and they're going to want to pay for it. They're probably going to pay you more than you think it's worth.
Right.
So
Come on now.
Don't limit yourself with just $1.
Come on now. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you she bad. She bad. She a bad queen, baby. Okay. Very knowledgeable. Listen, Kim, when I tell you, it has been so wonderful sharing this moment, this opportunity with you. Kindred spirits, honey. Me and you, we eye to eye, baby.
Love you.
And OMG. Listen.
We both high right now. In a good
Okay,
way.
listen, I'm like a fireball full of energy right now. Although I'm menopausing, but I'm like a fireball full of energy. When I tell you, what's next for you?
Oh gosh. 2025, I'm excited about.
Yes.
I'll let you know one little tidbit of what I did do this year. I participated in a stage play this past fall in September. And it was the first time for this playwright, first time for me and the small group. Some of them were experienced, but another city has called us to come forward. So we'll be doing it again in the spring this year. So I'm just all things creative that fit for me. Keisha, I'm leaning in and saying yes. I'm growing new wings, new strength, and I will keep you and your beautiful audience abreast of anything I'm doing that they might be interested in partaking in or whatever. So that's one piece. Anything that keeps me sharing my gifts and growing in me, you know, in myself, that's what I'm going to go and be involved in. Yes. And if people that are in my world want to roll with me, great. And if they don't, it's okay. It's okay.
I love you anyway.
Yes, I do. See you later. Because I'm going that way.
Right. That is absolutely magnificent.
Thank you,
honey,
sis.
Listen, all of this glorious, phenomenal things that you got going on. Now you tell me now you're an actor?
Just a little bit.
Hi, how you doing? Listen, I love it. I
Me too, sis.
absolutely phenomenal. Love it. Just
Thank
oh
you.
my goodness.
I love
How
you.
how can the people follow you?
Well, my website, I believe you all have it on there, is www.claimyourlifewithkim.com. And there's some information there. There's a little space where you can put your information if you're interested in receiving some services. I would love to be a speaker at your next event, MC, host an event. Or a coach. I do have coaching packages for individuals who are ready to birth and create their next best thing in their future. So I'm just excited about being available to serve and watching other people grow and claim their own lives.
You know what, Queen, you bad. You
I
bad.
love you, Keisha.
Listen,
I am amongst
you
great
bad.
company.
All I gotta say is, ooh, ladies and gentlemen, I told you, honey. I hope you took some tidbits, some golden nuggets, some gems. Miss Kim Massey, she done dropped it. She dropped the mic. Boom. Okay. So I hope you got all of that. Kim, it has been an absolutely pleasure just having you on, just giving the people and sharing just your skills and your talents and your business etiquette with us. Anything that Wine La Vie can do for you, we are here. I would love to have you back on the show, baby. This is the first, but it won't be the last. You understand what I'm saying? We will definitely keep following you, definitely keep your business in prayer, your family in prayer. We know that God got it, baby. He got you. And baby, like you said, you're moving forward. So, hey, I know you're going that way. And because I'm your sister, I'm going to go that way with you, okay?
That's us.
Listen, we go toast, baby, to anything that you need. ShonGee Enterprises, ShonGee is here for you. I love you with everything in me. May you be blessed. I wish you all the prosperity and the success in all of your endeavors, okay? We go cheers to that.
I toast to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my time. I am your host, Keisha ShonGee Johnson. Thank you so much for tuning in to Wine La Vie with our special guest, Kim Massey, baby. Claim your life. Okay? Ciao.